Good morning, children. Today we are going to continue our chapter 5, Weather and Climate. Distance from the sea. We are studying about the factors which affect the climate. So our second factor is distance from the sea. The region which are near the large water bodies like ocean and seas experiences moderate climate. This is because water heats up and cools down very slowly than land. Let us compare the climate of Delhi and Mumbai. Delhi is far away from the sea coast, while Mumbai is near to the sea coast. Delhi is very hot in summer and very cold in winters. On the other hand, Mumbai is neither hot in summer nor cold in winters. You know that areas far away from the equator have a lower temperature than those closer to it. Delhi should be cooler than Mumbai in the summer season because Delhi is far away from the equator. The Mumbai is closer to the equator, but it is not so. This is because Mumbai is near the sea coast. The cooler air comes from the sea coast towards the land and makes its climate moderate. This is why Delhi has an extreme climate while Mumbai has a moderate climate. Mumbai has a moderate climate because it is near the sea and the winds blowing near the sea cool the temperature. That is why it is not very hot. Direction of winds. Winds also have an effect on the climate of a place. For example, when winds from hot region blow, they increase the temperature of a place. When winds from cold places blow, they make the place cold. During summer, hot and dry winds from Rajasthan raise the temperature in Delhi. During monsoon, winds full of moisture being to blow towards land from the sea, they causes rainfall in many parts of India. During winters, cold winds from the Himalaya causes temperature to fall in many parts of the North India. So winds play a major role in changing the climate. When it blows from hot region, it raises the temperature of a place, and when it blow in cold region, it uh, low the it make low the temperature of a place. So according to wind, temperature of a place may increase or decrease. Humidity. The amount of moisture or water vapor present in the air is called humidity. The air over the equator is laden with water vapor as the heat of the sun causes rapid evaporation of the ocean's water. So climate near the equator is hot and wet. On the other hand, deserts are formed in places where there is a little humidity, so they receive very little rainfall throughout the year. In today's time, the weather and climate phenomena is changing along with the occurring of a large number of natural disasters like floods and landslides. This is due to the rise in global temperature which is happening due to man-made activities like burning of fossil fuels and cutting down of trees. Releasing harmful gases in the atmosphere give rise to greenhouse effect. Let's know that what is greenhouse effect.
Earth is constantly bombarded with enormous amount of radiations from the sun, which we receive in the form of light and heat energy. These radiations, in the form of visible, ultraviolet and infrared, have to first pass the Earth's atmosphere before reaching the surface. The ozone layer, which is present in the Earth's atmosphere, blocks some amount of harmful ultraviolet rays from reaching the surface. Of the remaining rays reaching the surface, part of it is absorbed by the Earth, and some, especially the infrared waves, are reflected back into the space. But some gases in the atmosphere traps this heat radiation and re-emits it to the surface, which leads to heating up of the environment. This exchange of incoming and outgoing radiation that warms the earth is referred as the greenhouse effect. And the gases involved in this are called greenhouse gases, which mainly includes carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, chlorofluorocarbons, etc. Friends, but are you not wondering why it is called greenhouse effect? Is it something to do with the greenhouse? If you said yes, you're thinking in the right way. A greenhouse is a glass building in which plants that require protection from cold weather are kept. The glass cover helps to trap all the heat energy and keeps the inside environment warm. Now consider our planet Earth. The atmosphere acts as the glass and traps the heat. The greenhouse effect is essential in order to keep our planet warm. In the absence of this effect, the temperature of the Earth's surface would have been -20 to -40 degrees Celsius. But too much of something is bad, right? If the plants in the greenhouse receives excess heat, it would burn. And if we consider planet Earth, over the last 2 centuries, human activities have changed the Earth's atmosphere in a dramatic way. The amount of greenhouse gases have increased and are still increasing. They trap too much heat. And this excessive greenhouse effect results in global warming, which is an increase in the Earth's average temperature. Consequences of global warming are enormous. Its effects are not limited to one country, but it would affect the entire planet. Knowing the fact that global warming exists and human-made carbon dioxide emissions have caused it, many nations of the world have come together to sign an international treaty, the Kyoto Protocol. The major objective of this protocol are commitment to reduce greenhouse gases by about 5% below their 1990 levels. But what can be done by us? How can we contribute in reducing global warming and also its consequences? Well, planting more number of trees, reducing waste generation, reducing the use of products which generate greenhouse gases, using energy efficient appliances, increasing the fuel efficiency of vehicles, using more renewable energy, or say switch into greener ways which causes less harm to our environment. That's all for today. I hope you found this session very informative and you got a thorough knowledge of what global warming is.